going on, guys? My name is Josh, and today we're going to be reviewing Steven versus Amy once again. They are going to be rematching for the second time because this is the third episode of this mini-series, which is Clan TV. So again, if you haven't watched the first or second episode, there is a lot of giants, royal giants, and a few golems here and then in Collection Day. So we're going to be watching the rematch between Amy and Steven. If you didn't watch the second episode, which was the previous one, there will be a link to that in the description below. But it was Amy who took the victory over Steven. So without further ado, let's see if Steven can recover himself against Amy, and we will see who takes this rematch. So it looks like Amy's going to stick with the same deck as she did in their first match, and it looks like Steven is going to swap out the golem for the giant. So obviously he kind of failed with his giant timings and his giant golem timings and his golem placements. So he's going to start immediately off with a giant, and a wizard's going to come down in the same lane for Amy. So it looks like the same deck is going to be replicated by Steven. It's just the giant is swapped out for the golem. So it's going to be an Ice Wizard Night Witch giant for Steven, followed by a Mega Minion as well. So lots of DPS coming down on the right lane, killing that giant. The golden barrel gets next to no damage. Unfortunately, Dark Goblin does go in the left lane, but it will help a hand, lend a helping hand in the right, defending that Mega Minion. The Batch will kill off that wizard thanks to the Ice Wizard tanking for it. So only a little bit of a scratch to Steven's tower and a little bit of a scratch to Amy's tower from that Dark Goblin, and the giant will unfortunately, or it will get through actually. I didn't see the zap in Steven's hand, but Steven will zap down those bats unless I get 2, 3, 4, 5, and it does not get the 6, but it gets 5 punches on that right hand side tower. So Night Witch is going to come down to defend the giant from Amy's side, and it looks like there's no zap in hand from Steven, and it looks like that's going to be tower for Amy, counter pushing against Steven, and that's going to be tower down. She is not allowing Steven to win this rematch. She's just ended his right hand side tower the exact same way she ended his right hand side tower in the first game they played, and that was with a giant goblin barrel push. And it looks like she is going to replicate that in this rematch. So it looks like Steven's going to try and be out for blood this time, and he's going to try and push once again. Giant with a Dark Goblin behind it to snipe down that Musketeer, and that will push up into the right lane. Starting double elixir, there is a wizard in the right and a knight to kill off that Dark Goblin. The wizard comes down from Steven behind the giant, and the Ice Wizard will come down to swap that out also. Musketeer going to be placed high at the bridge. The wizard going to kill off this Ice Wizard, followed by Amy's own Musketeer. Giant's going to be soaking the wizard and the Musketeer from Amy, and the bats are going to be placed on top by Night Witch directly at the bridge. Wizard is going to come down for defense on Amy's side. However, there is a knight stopping the Night Witch and the Musketeer. He's going to get a little bit of chip damage with the Dark Goblin. A bit of a stupid play because it's a waste of 3 elixir where he could use it on the push in the future. So another Musketeer going to come out from Steven, and he's going to probably try and get another giant going. He's going to try and get an offensive giant, but this time he's going in the left-hand lane, except that left-hand lane is 500 health, healthier than the right. He has definitely not got the time, and he has not got the power and the firepower to get through. So Amy going to take the rematch victory as well, in dominating fashion, I might add, over Steven. So it looks like Amy's just going to hard counter him either way, whether he uses giant or golem in this case. So Amy currently 2-0 against Steven in this mini-series. So Steven looking pretty weak in the standings. So that is going to be pretty much it for this episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Subscribe to Gonna Gaming down below. Drop a like on this video if you did enjoy. Comment some ideas in the description below. But yeah, that's been pretty much it, so take care, guys.